Okay, so update number 2, I came in 4th at the 5K 6 Max for 158K. Super exciting, super happy. It happened around 2 weeks ago. It took me a while to get this out. I'm actually flying out to Vegas right after this video for the main event. So just to give you a little bit of background of kind of what happened or some overview of that tournament. So first, this was my 3rd tournament ever. As you guys know, I'm a cash game player and I'm making the transition to tournaments. I'm such a cash game player and not a tournament player that on two occasions I took in a pot and I tipped the dealer, and everybody at the table looked at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" It's kind of embarrassing, but kind of funny at the same time. What else happened? I was definitely more nervous than I ever have been at a poker table, in the sense that I've played at stakes that are significantly higher than the amount of money that I was actually playing for in the tournament. But there's something about a tournament, and there's something about making it there that adds another level of, I don't want to say anxiety, but I found a physiological response was great, really high when I was bluffing, where it wouldn't have been that high at a 25-50 or a 50-100 cash game. So there's definitely more at play, and I found that very interesting. But it kind of I got acclimated after the third day. What else? The field was very, very good. So one of the interesting things is I wasn't playing with bad players necessarily with really big leaks. You'd move to a table and it's that guy's got 4 million in wins and that guy's got 5 million in wins and that guy just won a bracelet. They were really good. And a fun fact, in 3 days and a total of let's say 36-ish hours of playing, there was not one limp. So 5K 6 Max, the only time anyone ever limped was basically on the small blind, and that's it. It was just a very solid field. Okay, so what else? I got very lucky 3 times. I got jacks in all against ace, king, and aces. I rivered a straight to triple up, and I sucked out another time on jack 10 on a 10-3-5 board. I had ace, king, and the river was a king. And then another time I had my first straight flush of my entire poker career. I've been playing poker for 12 years, never had a straight royal flush. I got my first royal flush. It didn't really play out. I had king 10 suited, and I was all in on the flop, and the river came the straight royal flush. So that was pretty fun. What else did I put down here? Final table was pretty cool, being at the final table. They didn't stream our event, which sucked. We were kind of off to the corner, which I was a little bit disappointed about. Wish it was actually public. Actually, no, I was disappointed, not disappointed, because my first final table, so I don't want to make any big mistakes while people are kind of watching. Tells played a huge role in my game. I played what I like to call no showdown poker, meaning I didn't really show down a lot of hands. I was kind of pushing players out of a lot of pots, and even when I had strong hands, I was playing I have such a different approach to tournaments now, because there's so much about survival, and I play definitely a different style of poker. And there was times where I was getting frustrated because in a cash game, I would just be I'd get this in here every day. But in the tournament, I was kind of taking lines that normally I teach my students, and I'm coaching to always walk the line of extracting max value. And then I was kind of in certain spots where I'm I could walk this line, get max value, but I might get screwed 20% of the time. So might as well just end it right now and chip up. So I had a different approach. I've had our discussions with top tournament players, and some of them agree with my approach, some of them disagree with my approach. Also, I had a great pep talk with Evan at gripset.com. I think most of you know who that is. And he was kind of helping me with my 20 big blind strategy, and that was my favorite moment when I was down to 20 big blinds, and it would be a loose player would raise, another player would 3-bet them, and I know another player would call, and I just put the stack in there and kept chipping up via that mentality. And I used tells to kind of navigate that field quite well. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm 158. So it's in 3 weeks, I'm 158K into my 1 million goal. So I'm a really good head start on making $1 million in 18 months, which is what I said I would do via tournaments. And I am flying out right now after this to go to the main event. I go to Vegas, play the main on Monday, and doing another live event for some Beyond Tells members. And that's about it. And as soon as I'm back, we're starting Cash Game Fix again. So check out schoolcards.com/thefix. I'm going to keep you guys updated frequently throughout the main event and give you some, tips and tricks and things that I find interesting. And thanks for everybody who was supporting me. I know some people were like commenting on other things, like, I think he's at the final table, and I was getting emails from all of you, and I really appreciate it. It was on the dinner break, I looked through my thing and I got so many like, you could do it. It really helped me stay focused and really, it got me engaged, and I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, any questions or comments, as always, Blake@beyondtells.com, and let's hopefully win the main.